Hey guys, how are you guys doing today? So pretty much from now on, I'm just gonna get straight to the point, like off the rip, which that's slang for, sorry, from New York City. That's slang for pretty much from the beginning, off the rip. You know, as soon as we start, we're gonna start getting into it. No more introductions, no more anything. So let's get to it, okay? So today's topic is if statements. So pretty much it's if statement is a conditional statement. So look at this. If a condition is met, then run the expression. That's pretty much what this is. So let's do something. We did this in the previous. I'm sorry. Well, this is like the third time I record this video because my trackpad on my laptop stopped working. So it feels a little bit tedious to make a third video, but whatever, let's get to it. So let's use a USB mouse for my desktop. So let's create, okay. Let's create a variable, let's call it food. Let's make food equal to pizza, right? So I want, okay, so let's do this. So if food equals to pizza. Okay, so in PHP or in any programming language that I've seen so far, when you put a single equal sign, that's when you're assigning a value to something. When you put a double equal sign, that's when you compare a value. So we're comparing food to pizza. The value of food is to the value of pizza. So if the value of food equals to the value of pizza, then we're gonna do this. Echo. Remember this little trick that we did here? Food in the earlier video on variables. Okay, I'm just making myself comfortable. So if echo food is my favorite pizza, I'm sorry guys, food is my favorite food. So it pretty much is going to output pizza is my favorite food, but we're just putting food so it could get the value of what the variable food is. So let's run this. See, pizza is my favorite food, but I don't like that bringing it back as lowercase. Sorry about that. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna use we're gonna use a function that is already assigned by PHP. It's called UC_first. So what that pretty much does is it makes the first letter of the variable or the first letter of the string uppercase. So we're gonna put food. Then we're gonna have to replace this with UC. Oops. There we go. So now if we come back here and we refresh the page, you see now it's pizza with a capital P. So now we're gonna add on to the if statement. So we also, in the previous example, in the variables video, you saw that put if sum equals to 100, then I'll echo something else, do something else. So that's pretty much saying, let's change this to fish. Let's change the food to fish. So what happens is it's gonna do nothing at all because it's not meeting any other conditions. So this is pretty much saying if the variable equals to this, then do this, else do nothing. So what if we wanted to add another food? Like, let's say fish was my least favorite, even though it's not. I love fish. I love seafood. Seafood is my favorite by far. But for the sake of the video, we're just going to put that down. So let's put else if. So this is new. So pretty much else if is like adding another if into one whole conditional. So else if food equals to fish, let's echo ew. Now we could, here we're going to use this little fancy schmancy trick. So here we're actually going to put food because it's not in the beginning of the word. I mean, not in the beginning of the sentence, pardon me. Ew, food is my least favorite food. So that's an equivalent of saying, ew, fish is my least favorite food. Then we put else, then we're going to put else. It's going to end the condition. So we don't need to put a condition for else, because pretty much what this is saying is, if food equals to pizza, echo this. Else if, or if food equals to fish, echo this. And if any other condition is met, or pretty much if the default, which means, I'm sorry, so let's take this back. If this equals to this, print this. Or else, if this equals to this, print this. Else, just do this generic action. So let's put food you see. I'm gonna have to put the little trick here. Must be good if you like it. Okay, so pretty much if the value of food equals to pizza, print pizza is my favorite food. Or else, if food is equal to fish, echo ew, fish is my least favorite food. Else, if it equals to anything other than these two things, or if it doesn't meet any of these conditions, just run this generic code. So echo whatever the food I put here that's not pizza or fish must be good if you like it. So let's run this code. Remember, it's still fish. Ew, fish is my least favorite food. So this is pretty much that little curly brace thing here. So let's change fish to watermelon. Let's refresh the page. Watermelon must be good if you like it. See? So this is how if statements could be used. So pretty much that's pretty much it with if statements. Let me give you one more example of if statements. So let's say I could have just highlighted everything in x equals to 100 and y equals to 50. You can also use less than, greater than, equal, or less than, greater than, and less than or equal to, greater than or equal to operators. So pretty much you can use this, you can use this, you can use these, you can use these. Because less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So let's do this. If x is greater than or equal to 100 and, so two ampersands means and two pipes means or. Let's put 2 ampersands right now because it must meet the condition. And y is less than or equal to 50. Then let's just echo something random. The numbers are valid. Right? Gonna put a break here. Whoa. BR. Whoa. So now we're gonna put else if we're gonna put the total opposite. X. Well, I'm missing a parenthesis, I guess, when you say it in singular term. So if x is less than or equal to 100 and 50 is greater than or equal to, well, I said 50, I'm sorry. And y is less than or equal to 50, then we're going to run this code. Echo numbers are invalid. Let's just put x must be greater than or equal to 100 and let's put this, and y must be less than or equal to 50. And we can put an else, but it's not even going to do anything because it's either one or the other. So let's do this. Let's see how this goes. So the numbers are valid. So now let's say we were to switch the values. Oh, 50. The numbers are invalid. X must be greater than or equal to 100 and y must be less than or equal to 50. Equal to 50. So pretty much we could make x 4,000. We can make y negative whatever number we put here, and it's going to come out to true, which is going to do the numbers are valid. See, the numbers are valid. So pretty much that's how if statements can be used. I really hope you learned something today, and I hope that if statements become useful to you. Alright, see you guys next time.